Hello and welcome back to the Into the Wild event. Today and also tomorrow we're chasing the Tapu Koko and Tapu Lele with those backgrounds hopefully as a shiny. Fingers crossed for the raid session today. We'll be back out for the raid hour. Later in the video we'll have Wednesday's coverage of Dusk Mane Necrozma raid. So another raid sesh. Not a shiny for this one, 1933. So for this morning, we'll be looking for 1996 or 2496 for Tapu Lele, and it's 1810 or 2263 for the Tapu Koko. In terms of Necrozma later in the video, it will be, and also for Friday, 2104 or boosted 2630. Keep those numbers in your head. In terms of the actual raid coverage, it's not looking as spicy as yesterday, which is unfortunate, but yet to get a background. So, can we get... Yes, there we go. Yet to get a background, not anymore. We've picked one up, and with the Tapu Lele and that background, I think it looks sensational. They're all good shinies, the Tapu, so hey, stick with me, let me know. I know not many people will be chasing these sorts of things, but were you chasing them? Were you trying to shiny dex them, etc.? Go past rewards, and also, despite charging my microphone all night, it hasn't charged properly. So that's a regular in-K. I was expecting a D-Max. Anyway, we finally made it to our first in-person Tapu of Tuesday. Also, I'm running a Mega Marwile at tier 3 because that's going to boost the steel type attacks, but also give us some fairy damage at 2458. So not spectacular, but maybe it could be shiny. Thank you, everybody. That was 8 people jumping in, so there's clearly some remote raid interest. It's not shiny, and let me know if you've ever had this sort of thing. Not everybody has, but very rarely will you ever have a shiny on your first raid of a Pokemon's introduction. When Tapu Lele became shiny for the first time, I think it was like 2022 or early 23 maybe, I got the shiny Tapu Lele on my first ever raid. And I think that's the only time in the entirety of playing this game for coming up to 10 years that's actually ever happened. And no background from in person, and very mediocre 3-star, but luckily some raids have decided to spawn, so we've got a bit of a chase on this morning. There's some from Japan, let's go. Oh, can we spam in on that one? I would also like to say thank you to Barslide2 and Randy, actually via to 12, who both sent me the same gift from a Pokélid stamp rally that was over in Nagasaki. You're able to claim that stamp rally even if you weren't there. So when I opened the gift, well, first of all, I pinned it, of course, but I opened it and I was able to stamp the damn thing. So I've got the Nagasaki Ampharos Pokélid in my stamp rally collection, which is honestly freaking awesome. So thank you, both of you. I think the most usable in terms of raids is gonna be Tapu Bulu as a grass type. But they all get Nature's Madness during the course of this week, which of course is their exclusive move. I think 2263 is what we need to see. No, we need to see 1810 and we saw 1746. Ouch. All good shinies, all 4 of them are good shinies, and this is not one. Literally 2 balls and done. It's a background, let's go. So we have 1 of each. Non-shinies, basically the floor from Japan. That was a 1736 from Japan. Our first shiny, Inno. Time for that raid wave to kick into gear. So, Tapu Koko, gone and dusted. And I think it's exactly the same as the one I had just a moment ago from a remote. And it's not shiny from in person, and we'll find out if it has a background maybe later, because there's 3 minutes or less until the minutes of silence that we'll be doing. Remembrance, it's Remembrance Day today, so. Next raid is the shiny Tapu Lele. 2453, local raid actually done at Pitts Manor where the Remembrance bit was happening. Time to see, is it gonna be a shiny with a background? Because that's the chase. No, it's going to be a lot like yesterday, but that is actually, if it was a shadow, purifiable. God knows when we're going to get shadow Tapus eventually. We have a couple of D-Max routes I want to get done, and that, trust me, is another raid. It just broken. Town Hall's Tapu Koko annihilated by a good squad of 9. Let's go. It's not back-to-back on it, and 1748. I will say, I don't think I have a, no, I tell a lie. I have a Hundo Tapu Fini, which was my Pokédex back in Sevilla Safari Zone 2022. That's the only time I've ever had Dex 100%er, but the other 3 are very much up for grabs. Got one hell of a cool invite, thanks to Fleece King, and these things do not want to give good IVs. I'll also say the background rate for today at the moment has been shocking. Fleecy Boy from a Pokemon gym itself. No shiny, unfortunately. But the catch is there, beautiful. Maybe a background, appreciate. No, honestly, the background rate has been poor. Now, after a bit of a moan, the next remote, all the way from Japan, has come through. Tapu Koko, so we have one of each. Thank you very much. Shout out to Angela Teeny, I think it is, who went over to Nagasaki. Background shiny, please. Come on, come on, come on. No. So 1 shiny apiece. So it's just hit 1 o'clock. Few more hours that we can raid, and it's due to drizzle at some point. But I think I saw the hundo weather boosted 2496. I might be wrong because the number ticking down, sometimes I'm not quite on point with it, but it's not shiny. No, 2487. I thought I might have been incorrect, but we're not far off on that weather boost. This could be like a 96 or maybe the Goku bad. Second ball. Key thing is, will it be a background? Because we've only had 3 backgrounds out of 26, 27 raids. There's no background. And I thought it would be the Goku bad. That's somehow my thing, but I would have been sick if it was shiny. Literally, I think we picked up this a few raids ago, which is our second Tapu Koko background. Quite a long time later, we've finally picked up a 3rd shiny of the day. Big thanks to Lampinius from the Patreon squad, because it's raid hour currently over in Europe. 1780 on a Tapu Koko is really good IV. Don't know why Golden Razda just autopilot, I guess. Could it be finally a background shiny? Picked up a few more backgrounds here and there, but nothing too spectacular. No background on it. But it's not too bad. It's a 3-star shiny, but there we go. It's definitely been a bit more thin on the ground today, but they're going to take my RNG, and I've taken how it was on Monday. Obviously, under the cloak of darkness, we're out here for raid hour. First raid is all a bit skew with because of all the egg hatches. So we've got 2 egg hatches here that are not raid hour related, and it's still windy boosted. So Tapu Lele, not shiny, and I did put Iceberg down because it's also more lull Spotlight hour, which is good for Dust. Sableye next week is even better for Stardust, so I've got Go++ going, hopefully catching those things. I will say I've done a few more remotes, no extra joy. I jumped into one of Tackleman's raids and the game crashed upon the CP going down to the level, and obviously because it was a tap in through the friends list, I was not able to rejoin, and fighting with Niantic Support's bot to try and get your pass back is a bit like trying to belch your way to the moon. Basically, complete waste of your time. There's no background, but that's fine, I guess. I want the shiny backgrounds. That's the plan. Hopefully we can get them today. I'm already getting RSVPs. Thanks, Kate. I won't be doing it just yet, but Necrozma Dusk Mane is now out. The Dusk and the Dawn versions of Necrozma. Friday is unlimited remote raids for most of us around the world. That's when it opens up. Obviously, Necrozma, when you catch it, is just Necrozma, so you can get that with the background. It's depending on the fusion energy you want, but if you're just gunning for Necrozma with the background, best to chase it on Friday when there's unlimited remote raids. And considering Necrozma's better to use than Shadow Cresselia, maybe worth chasing it on the Friday, I'm just going to say. Well, raid hour proved to be completely useless, unfortunately. The only thing we pulled out of it was an XXL and nothing else. We did get an XXS background courtesy of Chaz. Thank you very much, mate, for the raid hour up in Nantwich. That pulled through much better than our local one, but we have bitten the bullet, done an RSVP for a Necrozma, and it's time to see if that's going to do anything better. It's not shiny, and 2578, obviously 2630 for the weather boosted hundo, or 2104 regular. I think this might be the new chase. Might have to give up on those Tapus. They were not providing the sparkle background show, unfortunately. I did check 50 Tapu raids done so far today, 3 shinies, which I know is technically better than 1 in 20, but you think that's quite a lot. It's a lot of Tapu, really, and we've had no background shiny for them, so they just have to let those go on by. But well, good morning. It's Wednesday now, and we have actually Casual Coops in that lobby. Hysterical. Good to see you in there, mate. It's now Necrozma raid session. However, as is typical with every single Wednesday for me, it's podcast edit day. We're going to be sat here for many, many hours, hopefully not too long, considering it's only an hour and 20 recording. Not the typical 2-hour session that we get done, but we are remote raiding that Dusk Mane Necrozma. We haven't had any shiny luck, unfortunately. We did pick up a 98 background last night, but we've got 25 remotes left after this one, I think, and it's time to see if we can actually get ourselves a shiny. Unfortunately, that is not it. It's not been good. We've even had a Necrozma run on this morning, which set the tone perfectly. Definitely trying to go for a shiny with a background, because then we can lucky swap it with Francesco over the course of the weekend. One reason why we don't want to spend all morning having to catch bloody Necrozma as a podcast to edit and 3 and a bit hours to do it in. Thank you very much for listening, Necrozma. Let me know in the comments below. No background. Once again, honestly, the background luck does not seem to be good today. There you go. This is the best one from last night. Finally able to get out and about in person, do a few Necrozma raids. 15 remotes done, by the way, while editing the podcast. 0 background, 0 shiny. So today may be a tricky push, but at least we're getting plenty of solar fusion energy, topping it up to the 10k that we need if we ever want to fuse some more. And it's, oh, lucky friends with Pokemon Master Leo, maybe we'll see you in LA. And 2564 is not good, unfortunately. The struggle to catch them is real as well. A lot of them have been problematic. Okay, more fusion energy. Thanks everybody, had a full lobby on that one. Well, 12, 2 of us in person. So, please. It's still no shiny. 2591, obviously 2630 is what we're looking for, really. We just picked up our second decent IV Necrozma at all from this session, and it has a background, weather boosted, finally. 2620 is a Goku Band 98. Of course it is, but that's our second 98 with the background. If only it was shiny, perfect silver bottle cap nomination. I think the timers are now 25 minutes, people. They've updated them, so the raids are super quick. There's a bit more suspense with these fusion forms because you don't see the CP tick down, so we are very much going in blind into the encounters. Don't forget, for Friday, you want to bring in your ghost and your dark type counters because it's double weak to both of them. Still no shiny in 2578. I thought it was rainy boost. Honestly, just get a shiny. Thanks, peeps, for jumping in. Come on. No. See, it wasn't boosted. I feel like this is what we're going to do until we get a shiny. Just B-roll the encounters. Please? No. And also terrible. I managed to get into this one with literally less than 2 minutes on the clock. Still holding out hope. Come on. No, oh my days. Ooh, nice Shadow Gengar to take down the final strike. Good stuff. And still a no blue. Come on, people. Believe. No. Oh my days. Shiny rate bad. Background rate bad. Now, very soon it's going to be European Raid Hour, so we may be getting some of those invites, but come on. Best friends? I think that might have been True Inferno. Good stuff, mate. And 2083 is just another one that's going to go to the bin, probably. I think we might be maxed out on the energy, actually. Come on, give me... No. Damn it. Before we get going with the final raid hour stuff for Necrozma, a big thanks as always to every single one of you who takes your support of this channel and the content on it to the next level through the power of Patreon. It makes an enormous difference here in what we're able to do with the channel and the videos and the content and everything that goes up here. Thank you so very much to each and every one of you who do pledge to that platform, because things like Valencia and LA in February would not be possible were it not for you guys. Appreciate you all. And we've actually set up an RSVP for a raid here in about 4 minutes time, so we'll hopefully get a good number of people on that one. Let's just go over what's available over the course of the weekend. So Saturday's tier 5 shadow raids are going to be Cresselia only, and then Sundays are going to be Darkrai only. Obviously Beware in the 3-star raid is going to be across both days, and so is Grimmsnarl that's going to be in the Gmax tier 6 max battles over the course of the weekend. And it's worth noting, of course, that Hatenna and Impidimp are going to be the new shinies, and they'll be split into different hours. So you've got Lurking Dark hour and the Fanciful Fairy hour. Your spawns are kind of as are there, so Impidimp's in the Dark type hour, only Dreepy is not going to be shiny. I personally recommend going for some Dino action, and there's a few other ones that may get Legend ZA Mega treatment in the future, so maybe chase those. But Fanciful Fairy hour, Fairy types alike, loads of good stuff. Ordino for Stardust, Hatenna is featured, but also Impidimp appears to be in both hours, which is really good. So you can basically just chase that to your heart's content. Smoliv in there. So Fanciful Fairy's non-shiny is going to be Klefki, and then your mighty Pokemon on the Saturday are there. So Tyranitar, Marwell, Absol, and I'd say Hatterene are probably the best ones to be chasing. The other ones have some use, but Sundays are there. And again, chasing things like Gardevoir and Garchomp, very worthwhile. And we remain to be seen whether Tinkertink is going to be shiny for Global like it was in Nagasaki. So Raid Hour turned out to be a complete bust for myself. Few people got shinies, but we are now here with our final remote raid of the day. Necrozma, let's say, has been incredibly mean. Final chance. No shiny. With that catch, will it have no background? Not only has the shiny luck been utterly dreadful today, but even the background luck has been pretty lackluster. I guess that's what we get. It's RNG at the end of the day. In total, 65 raids, because we actually had 2 run away from us. No shiny from 65 raids is insane. and 8 backgrounds from all of that, which, you know, actually isn't the worst thing. And to be honest, 3 of them are 98 percenters, including these 2, which are 2 Goku bads. So that's where our RNG has been today. But saving grace out of all of this is obviously that Necrozma gets a second do-over when we're chasing the Lunar Fusion Energy on the Friday. Let me know how the Necrozma, the Tapu Lele, and the Tapu Koko chase went for you if you were gunning for those backgrounds, or the Fusion Energy, more importantly, for this one. And I will say, if you're interested and around London, want to join, myself, Ian Waterfall, and Masterful27 are going to be playing the Go Wild Global here in Ealing on the Saturday together. It's going to be a really, really good day. Looking forward to it. If you enjoy what you see here, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below and sticking with me for more Pokemon Go content and hopefully better shiny RNG in the future. And of course, you can check out these videos available on the channel. Maybe check out when we actually got some decent Necrozma luck. Why the hell not? But I will say, until the next time, folks, do take care.